What's up, guys? Let me put this, see if I can get this somewhere. Like that. You guys, I'm not sure if this will be watchable. I know I have this like little gap of reception, and I wanted to try it before I lose it. I was actually just gonna talk my way into where I become blurry. What's up, Alex? There we go. That's all. I just need a couple people. Oh, snap. There goes my phone. Hold on a second. I'm balancing it on the windshield. Apologize. Hold on a second. That's too close. Now I'm embarrassed and nervous and sometimes, and that's not what I want right now. Please, nobody give me money. I'm not on here I'm just a 5 minute. As long as I can keep you on here. Hopefully it's 10 minutes. But I just always like to see those guys like Alex and Tom and Gail, just my comfort zone. Cindy. Just waiting for this lady to go. So I'm just saying hello real quick. I'm heading up. I'm going way up to this place. I've been, as you guys know, we've had this fire has been just crazy. And now I can see it. It's pretty bad out that way, but it's not too bad where I'm going, I don't think. So, and even if it is, I'm going in anyway. I think it'd be kind of cool to film it. Like Alex, I just told you. It's funny if I say don't give me money, then people do. If I start begging for it, then I don't get any. That's how it works. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate that. My YouTube income, my YouTube income has been way down this month probably because of this. It's the views, but it's also because I don't go live. I want to go live, but I don't know. I sit there for 10 hours, and after the 10th hour, I probably start saying stupid things, and then people criticize me. Yeah, it might go in and out, you guys. Hey, Dennis, thank you so much. So this is not supposed to be a perfect video. I'm traveling at 8,500 feet here, middle of the ways into, hold on a second, into this dirt road. And then I'll turn the camera so you can see where I'm. Hey, Holly. Tom, stop. Hey, Tom. Thank you so much, you guys. The super chats are much needed. But that's not why I came on here. I just wanted to, I've had the urge for so long just to go live, just to say hello. Secret base update. I wish I had one. You know what? I gotta go. I tend to go there more soon. So hopefully in like September, and especially like October, November, when I'm really pushed out of the forest, then I go up there and I can see better. And I think I'm gonna get. I think I found a vantage point for the secret base. I think I just gotta sit there, like go up there, because no one does it. It's not like Area 51. Thanks, Tom. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I never say no. I just I don't want people to think that's why I'm turning on the camera on the live. That's all. It would bother me if that's what you thought. So yeah, it's definitely the secret base thing. I'm glad you asked that. It's definitely on my mind. I was just talking about it the other night as well. And I'm going to do that in the winter, because in the winter they can't hide as well. No one's really looking. Like there's no tourists up here or anything. They are, but they're all at the ski slope. Thank you, Gail. Gail, stop. You already gave me a messenger yesterday. Thank you. I know I don't do that many lives, so I apologize. I will. I mean, you know what it is, you guys. It'll come soon. I'm gonna. I don't want to give up any more days where I could be in the forest, and then I will. Yeti's doing good. But I will, and then I'll go live. In this winter, I'm already. I saw Gail say slacker. That means that Slayer's here. yeah, and then in the wintertime, what I'm gonna do is just take some chill pills, so I don't ADD out so much. I have to find some chill pills, whatever those are, and then just chill. And I have so much to talk about this winter. Like it's ridiculous. We'll stay. We go off topic too. I mean, that's what my live videos are. I don't want it to be that professional. I want it to be. I mean, there's going to be some professional stuff in there, whatever term you want to use, but it's more. Just so we can chill, talk about this and how everything to do with this plays such a role in our lives. It's crazy. So we have a lot to talk about this winter, which is coming. I mean, I got another like 3 months of this, and that's it. I want to do all the work I can, and I'd like to maybe try to travel too this winter if I can, and inexpensively, like drive to Arizona. I was talking to Brandon about it. Hey, brother, what's going on, man? can see here. Let me show you where I'm going. I'll turn it around as soon as I make my turn. I'm way out here. These guys are going riding. Let me show you. Let me show you. Why can't I turn it around? That guy's unloading. You can't see it, but he's unloading his motorcycle. So it's gonna be bumpy. This is. I have the phone wedged up on my thing. I hopefully can keep reception here for another 5 or. So be it. Hey Holly. Hey everybody that I'm missing. Carlos Santana is here. Carlos, not Santana, but I just when I hear Carlos, I think of Carlos Santana. And Carlos likes music too. So, you know, it's such a blessing to have you guys. Like I wouldn't. Why do this? Like who cares? I've come to the conclusion like. Who cares if the rest of the world doesn't know? They will one day, but right now it's fine. I mean, in a way, let's feel cool about that. And hey, Terry, you know, who cares? Like, as long as I have you guys, I don't care. I couldn't even do this without you. Even if I was a self-made trillionaire, I probably wouldn't do it if I didn't have you guys. Because then, what's the point? Half of the fun is going to be showing you guys what happens today. I'm going way out here, man. This is the hardest part right here. Whoa. It's just, I'm going all the way up. Hey, Denise. Hey, Gilbert. Good question. You can, Gail, well, how does he commute? What's the best way? Because, I mean, I really actually need to, I've been asked, I finally, like, mentioned it recently in a video, like, hey, I need help. If you guys know, if I mention it, then it's bad. Because I hate asking. Like, it's just, I don't know why I can't just mature up over that and just grow some balls and just be like, hey, I need help, you guys, come on, kick it. But it bothers me. I don't know what it is. I gotta get away from it. Like, even Tom, like my friend, like my good friend Tom B on here is like, you know, super chats me. It gives you anxiety, you know, like, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather get it from Tom because you know, he's my friend, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want him to have to do it, you know? Hey Mark, looking forward to today. Yeah, hey Becca. Let's see, I hope, today is kind of planless. I'm going up to a place I've only been a couple times this year already, but I'm not gonna go into I am gonna stop at Bigfoot Universe. It's gonna take me about an hour to run in there because I've left these awesome arrowheads on, from Roger that are on the rock there. I also have a lot of other gifts from Roger. I was looking for Donna too. I don't know how to get in touch with Donna. This gal Donna sent me. This is the most amazing like care package. I mean, she spent $50 just to ship this box. I was like, I had no way to thank her, and I'm hoping she's listening because I've been trying. I don't want her to think I'm ungrateful. I don't know how to contact her. She might have left it, and then it got confused with some other letters that I got or something, and so I lost her address. So Donna, if you're listening, thank you. She sent me the coolest little box of stuff, like I should say big box of just like, you know, just stuff that, you know, you need, like, you know, just awesome. So I just can't thank you guys enough for that when you do that. Terry, you don't have to do that again. Terry sent me my favorite box ever, but oh my god, it took me like 2 months to recover from what Terry sent me. Like, I ate every single bit of it. I might stop up here for a second just to give you guys. Slayer, thank you. You owe me. Slayer owes me. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna stop up here, guys, in a second. So, yeah, Gilbert. Oh yeah, so back to Gilbert. Gilbert, I'll give you my. You can text me if you want, but I can't really give my cell over the YouTube. If you want. Not on Facebook. You know what? Email me and then I'll just look for it today. Email me. Hey, I got a new Patreon. Cool. Angel. That's all it said. I'll thank you later if you're on here, Angel. Let me stop here for a second. As you can see, this is the desert. I actually filmed them right in there one day. Really weird, like in there. There's like a trident right there, but I have to drive all through all this stuff and go all the way up there. Here, let me switch this. I got my coffee. I got a new thing the other day. You guys would be surprised how, I don't know what the word is, like cheaply I live with utensils. So I finally got this the other day. It was $5 on sale. I was like, because I don't have utensils. I don't have anything. I use plastic knives and forks in the trailer. because you don't want to wash it. It just becomes a nightmare when I do dishes in the trailer. So I moved everything to paper and plastic. I hate using plastic. I hate to be one of those people that, but man, I don't really have a choice. So I got coffee. So Roger. Oh, so Gail, can you put a was there any way you could just put the Mark D. Abel at AOL in for not Roger, who was it? Gilbert. I shouldn't forget that name. So Gilbert, it's my name, or you know what, Gilbert, just send it here. It's Colorado Bigfoot 2, like the letter 2. The number 2, the letter 2. Colorado Bigfoot 2 at AOL.com. That way you don't have to write it down. Just remember Colorado Bigfoot, the number 2 at AOL.com. And I'll look out for your email today. I appreciate that, Gilbert, that you would even consider doing that. It's like, look, I think I'd like to make it clear that I'm not trying to create like some kind of like endless, resource of money flow. Oh, good. Thanks, Gilbert. I appreciate that. I love that name, Gilbert. I think it's because of Gilbert Godfrey. I like that guy. He's always been funny, Gilbert Godfrey. There it is. Thanks, Gail. It's just that I'm trying not. So I think I've proved that I will never, even with $3 in a super chat, like I'll never abuse. Like I think I've proven that. People know me. Like Tom, Gail, these guys know what I do every day. There's no fooling anybody. I don't sneak off to Vegas with $500 and gamble. I don't. In fact, it's kind of embarrassing. I have no life at all. Like none. You like my $20 shades? These are my backups. These are actually just cheap gas station sunglasses. No, I didn't find it. I still have the case. There's my case, just to prove I had them. And they're gone forever. In fact, my buddy Rick, who came, you guys didn't see much of that of Rick, but he came in this brand new $200,000 RV. It was unbelievable. He's like, I'm coming as long as you guys show me how to hook this thing up. He drove it here, me and Brandon and Edgar. We basically had a party in the RV. He parked it right against right up to my trailer, and it was like living in a movie star's trailer. We just sat in there on Friday and Saturday night, just having a blast, having a couple drinks, and we got pizzas, and oh my god, watching movies, and Edgar was doing music, and it was literally like a vacation was brought right to me. That was 2 weekends ago. That was amazing. My back is okay today, thank you. It always hurts, but man, I'm feeling pretty good today. So Rick, I didn't see it, but when he was on his way, he heard about the glasses and he sent me money. He's like, please buy your new glasses so I don't have to hear you complain for 2 days. And I couldn't believe he sent me that. He sent me like $200 to buy glasses. I was like, I can't do that. I was like, I'm not buying. That's my fault. I'm not gonna. That's a luxury. So I said, do you mind if I send that $200? Because it was my daughter's 21st birthday, and I couldn't. Of course, I can't be there. So I was like, do you mind if I add to what I'm sending her? If I sacrifice, and that's a sacrifice, my Maui gems. Like when you have no life, it's like all you have is a pair of nice sunglasses. So I forego the glasses and I send it to my daughter because it's a big birthday, 21st. I wanted her to have as much money as I had. I wanted it just to have a nice birthday, especially growing up. You're 21. When we were 21, our lives are great. We didn't have to worry about the whole world falling apart. I feel bad for these kids. The fire, I don't know. I didn't get an update, but as far as the smoke went this morning, I think either the wind shifted or it has died down. But I don't think so because we've gotten no rain. It's so dry. Hey, Maria. You have no life either. Good sitting. Well, misery loves company. I'm not gonna lie. Like if someone else is like, I have no life either, that you don't wish that for that person, but you do. It does make you feel like you're not the only one. So I think when in any situation where you're sad or upset, if there's someone else that understands it, it just makes you immediately feel a little bit better. It's not a cure, but so yeah. So the saying, a lot of our sayings actually are really good. Like misery loves company. What a great. That really is legit. Like. What'd you say, Cece? When's all the girl adventure with you happening? Oh, I don't know. That was just suggested. It was gonna be, oh yeah, up at the house there. We'll have to seriously discuss that this winter. We'd never be able to put it together now, probably, but I think the more time we have to plan that, I'm willing to do that. Cindy, if you want to Google 10th Mountain, it's called 10th Mountain like homes rental or something like that, and you'll see there's different locations. Like in Breck, there's one by me. There's one. I mean, if we were up there, you guys, what an incredible vacation! Not to mention, the house is right in the middle of them. Hey, did I film the part where I found that hidden? Brandon knew the name of it. It's when someone hides something, and if you find it, you put something in there. I couldn't believe I found one of those in the middle of Bigfoot. Inside a V-tree, we found like a lunchbox. I think I put that video up. Yeah, of course, Maria. Of course, it wasn't my idea, but I mean, you know, how could I argue? It's gonna be me and all girls. I would love if Jana came, but Jana's work. She has a busy job, she's always working, busting her ass. But I would love if Jana came. Jana's been, you guys, Jana. I say this every time I see her, but Jana's been, because there's gaps where she's with her new boyfriend, but just teasing. But you know, Jana's been with me since I had like 100 subscribers or something. I mean, so there's certain people like that, you know, that you always, you know, appreciate seeing, you know. Well, I mean, look, being with all girls it's not a sexual thing. I mean, these are all good buddies and friends. I mean, honestly, it's gonna be torture for me. After like 2 days of just the girl talk, I'm gonna be like, I'll be like, guys, I'm gonna go outside for a little while. You know what we'll do? Like when they're not paying attention, like I'll stalk them. And we'll get the camera and we'll listen in. And we'll do fun guy stuff. Believe me, I'm gonna torture them. I won't do anything that I would never put anything up they didn't approve of. But we're definitely gonna try. Hey Butch, what's going on, man? Definitely gonna try to get some when they're drinking down there. Because this is a nice house. It's a giant house, but I don't think it has running water. It's like living in like a $5 million house without the amenities. Like it might have running water. I'm not sure. I have a feeling it may not. That's why you just do a weekend. And by the time you're done, you probably either just go right home or right to a hotel to get a shower. It does say on it, if any of you guys want to Google it, it's called 10th Mountain homes rentals or something like that, and there's different locations, and you can see how beautiful some of these rentals are. So it was just simply an idea. One of the girls brought it up. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the question to have a guy come up too. Like if Cece wanted to come up with Cindy, I mean that's fine. I mean we can just have a group thing there. I've realized over time. Remember, I don't make money. I'm not making any money doing this. Isn't for money, okay? It's just to do. That's why I like to do this. It's because Tom B super chatted me $25. Because Gail gave me, because Alex, because all you guys help me all the time, then I can do things like that for free. Like I don't want to make money. I'd feel stupid. I just want to, but what they'll do is they'll pay for it. So that's the one thing. Like I probably won't have to pay for it because there's gonna be like 10 of them. So it's going to be like nothing for each one of them, and that's only cost they'll have is like whatever it is for 2 nights. I'm thinking like probably a couple $100 for the whole weekend a piece. Yeah. So I think alcohol has to be involved. I'm not a drinker, but I think that that at night up there, that's what we're going to want to do. I mean, it's definitely have a few cocktails anyway, cheese and crackers. Film it. Hopefully, one of the issues is that I'd like to be live for that. I don't think there's any internet there as far as I know, unless they have some secret. I think part of the reason you would be there is just to have that experience. So you are in luxury, but you don't have water, internet, or cell phone service. Alcohol, yeah. I mean, it just kind of makes it fun. It's funny if you introduce alcohol into 10 people, all of a sudden, a few hours later, something funny will happen usually. Oh wow, that's pretty normal. Cookie said she saw the live, just happened to see it, but she didn't get a notification. Yeah, they only YouTube even says it. Like if you go to every channel, even your channel, you guys, if you go like if you have any videos lit up at all, you can go into the back into the studio, YouTube studio, and it'll show you exactly what percentage, like in a pie chart, of your video that was recommended to your subs. Mine's like 4%. So 4% of my subs get notified when I post a video, 4 to 6%. Now, some of you might have never not got a notification just because you've always been involved or you never took a gap, things like that. But I know you guys, anyone that's on here, for the most part, will, eventually check. Like, hey, I haven't heard from Mark in a couple weeks, and then we'll probably go check the videos, which is cool too. I mean, I can't understand that. It seems to be a problem with a lot of people. Homemade wine. Yeah, Terry, didn't they tell you that you had it? Like, I was pretty convinced right away Terry didn't have it, but they told him that he did, and I was like, just go with it. I mean, look, you might as well just go with the system now. Don't fight it. He got time off right away. They're like, okay, you can, you're paid. Just stay home. It's like, okay, paid vacation. Where's my Xbox? Even though I don't have an Xbox. Oh, I just got it, Gilbert. I saw it flash up, so I'll check it as soon as I hang up this. I'm gonna go out of cell reception. In fact, I'll drive you guys up in a second. I just wanted to let me. You know what? I haven't smoked any of this since yesterday. Do you guys care? Watch, here I go. I need just a little bit of nicotine. Oh, TFE, yeah. They just do that. I'm not sure why. I don't think it's just like this subject either. I think that there's always all kinds of problems, and the only way a computer can really have problems and algorithms is because of people, throw wrenches into them, basically. So they're causing. See, in my opinion, with this topic, especially with me, where I'm really pushing. By the way, Dwarf has got some really good pictures lately. He didn't even know it. Michael was finding like really good pictures. I mean, some really good ones in Dwarf's video. You can see those on Energy Overload. If anyone's not in Energy Overload, feel free to go there. You more than likely will get in. As long as everything looks okay. Like, I don't do that. I mean, if I've never let anyone in really, because by the time I get there, those guys have already, Slayer or Gail's already seen you, or Cindy or whoever. There is a lot of admin in there. But remember, it's not admin like they're looking out to get you. A lot of the admin in there don't even know what the admin buttons are. Like they're just like people that I've known or that made an impact on this subject, or people that I've known for 3 or 4 years. It doesn't mean like they're out to get you, or it's just if that's all. So hey, I just texted Nancy. I was like, I wasn't yelling at you, Nancy, by the way, either. Nancy got mad because she sent me like a book on text, and I was like, I can't read that. I'm driving. Like, I almost run off the road. I'm like, I can't. But I can. If you send that to Messenger, Nancy, I can read it. I mean, I read it all, but it's hard to like do a proper response going down the road. It's another frustration of mine. Like, I am a texter, but I'm not not anymore because of my cell phone connection's so bad. Like, I have no cell phone, Oh, thank you, Cookie. We appreciate you too. We have some of the nicest people there is. Like, like if you have a problem with anyone in there, it's more than likely your fault. Because everyone's so nice. Like, no one criticizes, no one will, badmouth you or contradict you, or, unless it's just ridiculous. And so it's typically, we get some oddballs in there occasionally. I think in the 7 months that that page has been there, we have, I think, over 700. Remember, it's a private special group, so having over 700 people in there, it's a lot of people for a private group, right? It's not. I don't know if it's searchable, but it's certainly private. I think you can search it, but you'd have to know what you're searching. I have been. What's up, Wayne? I have been coping. Yeah, I think that's the Cookie. That's the whole thing. Everyone just criticizes, and this is basically what we've realized in the subject is, at least what I've realized is that there's nothing to criticize because, what it is. It's two people. I'm making an analogy. It's two people fighting, like arguing, like, oh no, because I had them, and I left Hershey bars, and the other guy's like, oh well, they like beer, whatever their they're arguing about, it's like trying to argue about people. It's like, hey, I met a guy in the plane. It's so weird. He was not the same as my mom. Like, this guy was completely different than my mother is. He should be exactly the same as my mom. So it's a terrible analogy. In other words, why are people out there discussing this topic as if they're talking about deer? Like, a deer to me is a deer. It doesn't even, there is difference in deer, even in deer, I think, but in general, they basically do the same thing, right? These guys are different, just like us. So why anyone's arguing about anything is crazy. Because the reason they're arguing is because they didn't understand how big and what this really is, and how important it is to understand that there's literally maybe millions of different situations, just like us. There's different personalities, different rules, but there's also that same. So we, as humans, we all have kind of like a same, like, just pick a line. Like, we're kind of all in that line a little bit, and then we all have our own little personalized things, right? It's the same with them. I think it's the same. This is my common sense speaking, but I believe on any planet, anywhere, trillions of miles away, that inhabited planet, I'll bet you it's the same thing. I'll bet you no one's perfect. I'll bet you they argue. I'll bet you they love. I bet you they hate. I'll bet you it's just part of the deal if you're a being, unless you're some supreme, ancient alien. I'm guessing you're not above all those emotions and mistakes. Oh, Genevieve, that's cool. No, nobody. I don't think a lot of the girls know each other. I mean, they feel probably some of them know each other from like online, but it's not like any of them have ever met before. Amy's Pizza. I haven't get Amy's, even though Amy's is pretty good, because just because of the preservatives in that pizza is horrible. I'm trying to eat a little bit better. What's up, B? Good morning. Is it morning still? Yeah. Hopefully something happens. I'm going to Bigfoot Universe, and then I was going to go on somewhere else, but sometimes when I go into Bigfoot Universe, I don't leave, because it becomes like this unbelievable, like, different way or something. So if depends if they're really quiet with me, it's one of the reasons I appreciate you guys hanging with me now. I'm actually waiting. I don't mind waiting a little while, because the later they are, the later I get there, the better. Hey, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Well, welcome. You're more than welcome to be here, and I appreciate that. I'm going to try to stay safe. But that's not part of the fun of this, is putting yourself in a situation where, I feel safe. I get some nerves sometimes, especially if you see where I'm going today. It's an undeniable situation. Like, nobody has ever seen this place. Even the biggest denier of the subject has seen this place and could say anything. But I'm gonna try to, if I do end up walking and filming, I'm gonna film stuff that you haven't seen. I have so many different places to go. But if it's real quiet, here's the thing: I've gotten to know them, like, and how they are, and I know whether to stay or go, because it's all by the noises and the sounds. Like, when I can hear a pin drop for like over an hour or two, I just know it's time. They're not going to do anything, and I'm leaving. And then I'll come back, and it'll all happen like the next time when I feel like it's not going to happen. It goes all day, so it's like, I don't understand. Does that mean sometimes it's the ones that are, sometimes ones are there, sometimes ones aren't? So it's hard to know. Hey, Tia, welcome. Oh, it's a birdie. Oh, you guys, want to hear my good deed? I saved a bird. It was so sad on the way here. Well, Nancy, I didn't know I'd end up pulling over. I'm on this dirt road. I have a good spot. Okay, T, have a great day, man. I appreciate you stopping by. So I'm going around the roundabout in Eagle, and I look, and there's like a concrete circle around the roundabout, and there's like plants inside. And I look on the circle, and there's a pigeon, and he had been hit by a car, but he was still alive. So I went around the roundabout completely, pulled onto the concrete, put my hazards on, and I got out and picked up the pigeon. It was very thankful, actually. He had been there, it looked like, since the day before, because of all the times he had pooped. I picked him up and I walked him all the way to the river and put him under, because he was baking it, slowly dying in the sun. And you could tell he was hurt, like he had blood here. I didn't have the heart to put him out of his misery because he was still there mentally. So I found a really nice bush by the river and I put him in there. I felt very good about that. I feel so good about it. I can't even tell you how good I felt about just not letting him suffer like that. You know, I don't think people care about lives. I feel after doing this, I realize I've never been like this my whole life, guys. I've always been insensitive to animals and loved animals, but man, after doing this, I've really realized how much that life of that pigeon matters, and how people just drive by like, oh, I'm not stopping my car to help that thing. Yeah, it's like, God forbid. It's another life, man. You know what I mean? So is it a pigeon? Oh, those things are just rats, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, you're the rat. I mean, it's a life, man. This is the way we've been conditioned. To not, just to think, you know, they want to downplay all animals because that's, you know, it's a, think about, I don't even want to give a number, trillions and trillions and trillions dollar industries, you know. And I love a good cheeseburger as much as the next guy, but I would stop eating them in 2 seconds if, you know, if that was passed. Like, I wouldn't complain. Like, listen, we're not going to kill cows anymore. I'd be like, yes, I'll figure something else out. I'll eat cereal or something. I don't know. I just want people to get the earth they live on. That's, if you guys hear me, if I vent today on the video, I'm like, listen, you idiots, or whatever I say, not you guys, but like the world. It's only because I want to remind people, forget about what I do, but what I do is reminding me that you have to stop and realize what's going on, man, that you really have a life. You really are floating in the middle of space. I mean, there's nothing short of that. You are floating on a piece of dirt in the middle of space. Because that piece of dirt is so big, you're willing to downplay it and just completely forget that you're floating in space. It's a bad analogy, but I'm just making the point that people have no idea who they are, where they came from, and where they live. They just walk around looking for a new video game to play, which is fine. I think video games are fun, but before you do that, realize how special it is to have any kind of life, even if it's none like mine, or you know, or just realize that it's not, everything is not as it seems. Yeah, humans are bad. Here's the thing, and we'll talk about this winter a little more seriously, but I really am at the point now where I realize that it's not just humans. So you're absolutely right. Humans have caused every problem ever on this earth since we've been here. Everything, you name it. I'm not even going to name the list, starting with the Indians all the way to, you know, to our forests and everything else. Our water, of course, is the most important, and that's why would we contaminate our own water? Just because of money. That's the only reason. Like, destroy everything, but let's leave the water clear. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me why they would dump garbage out. So anyway, that's where I'm at. But we'll talk about. I have a feeling that there's higher powers at work that are actually turning humans against each other. I can't talk about it in the daylight and right here because it just doesn't. It's going to be difficult for people. Your brain will resist that. But I have a feeling there's bigger things at play here, and I'm not talking about God or maybe not even the devil. I'm talking about, like, there's liaisons, you know, in between us and God that people are never told about. And when you're not told about it, they don't believe it, you know. I'm fat, that's great. It's all right, Tom. That's okay. I am fat. I let my best friend, two of my best friends are not fat, but yeah, kind of. I mean, actually, one of them now. I would never call him that, but like, since we're talking about that, but yeah, he's gotten really big. And then my other buddy's like 350, but he's a tank. I mean, he could just kill you. But his gut is like, his arms are as hard as a rock. Like, he's got muscles like you wouldn't believe, but his gut. So I kind of like chubby people. I don't know. There seem to be a bit nicer people, to be honest with you. Like, as soon as some guy's got like an 8-pack and he thinks he's good looking, and you know, like, the ego comes in, like Callie. No, I'm just kidding. So I like everybody. I never look at people like that. Like, I swear to God to you, even if by myself, if I was walking in a mall, which I don't do, but you know, I'm like, oh, he's fat, or she's too skinny, or if I meet someone and talk to them, I'm never just my brain process the negativity of that. I mean, I think, yeah, when you see someone really fat, I think we all do. Even other fat people are like, holy shit. Like she's like, she can't even move. Like she's going to be buried in like a piano case. Of course we're going to see that. But yeah, I just, my brain, I know that's why I know I'm not like a perfect person, but I know I'm not like a horrible one either. Cause I just don't have judgment like that. I never have a judgment on color, size, shape, or anything. I've always been that way. And even more now. Just because of these, I feel like being out there, these guys I come out all sensitive and stuff. Like they make all my hidden emotions come out. Exactly, Gail. Yeah, when some guy just, that's your fault though, by the way, not yours, but the girl's fault because you're like, oh, you're so hot. We do the same thing to girls. So why do you think girls are every single day are selling their bodies and selling their souls on Facebook? You see it every single day. Call me 1-800. No, I'll do a live show for you. Things like that. That's not okay. Okay, this is what society's come to. It's evil. Oh, you saw the 10th mountain? Okay, cool, Maria. Of course, Maria, you're welcome. Absolutely, more than welcome. I think all of you guys will get along. We're gonna self. What's it called? Because you get 10 chicks in a room. Oh my god. So what is the chances? I want an honest answer of, and these are really nice people probably too, of every single one getting along flawlessly on like for a weekend. Will anyone? Because then there's going to be like two that are like, oh, I hate that bitch. That's just what she's gonna say. And then now I got to be the psychologist. I don't want to do that. So that's why I wouldn't mind like another guy. Thank you, Tia. That's very nice of you. At my age, I'll take that compliment all day. I hide my gray hair with my. Oh, guess what? You guys, no more gray hair. Yeah, I know, but even cool chicks can sometimes not like each other. Thank you, Tia. That's so nice of you. So when I hear something I'm excited about, and I am doing it, okay? Dave Thundercloud invented some like thing to get rid of gray hair, and he already, it's in the mail right now. Like, so as we speak, somewhere in a package, somewhere between Maryland and here, is some special formula being sent to me by Dave Thundercloud for gray hair. So I'm gonna get rid of my gray hair. It's not, I know, but you know what it is? It's just for myself. No one's gonna see me. I can't stand seeing gray hair. It drives me crazy. So it's just for my own personal, like I said, I don't go on dates, I don't get to see girls, nothing. Ever. So it's just for my own little, you're embracing it. Well, girls do it more than, because you start getting like one here, one there, and then you guys just do your whatever you dye or do your highlights or whatever it's called. I don't know. I like the guy before. He's like, I'm fat. He's just like, he had nothing else to say except to say I'm fat. He's probably like looking at his gut. He's probably like, holy shit, because I've said that. I'm skinny now. I'm really in good shape right now. But man, after Terry, it's all Terry's fault. He sent me this box. I really literally got fat. Like I was fat in my face. My gut was just like hanging over my stomach from eating like endless amounts of Milk Duds. All right, so let's tell you what. Love a silver fox. That's funny. God, am I silver? I feel like I'm not making it up when I tell you that I feel like I am. I don't feel like I've aged a day. Not the way I look, but the way I feel. Do you guys feel like that? I mean, because it seems like some people like really do mature like with age, and they become like these very sophisticated, amazing like old people. I'm kind of jealous of those people. I don't feel like I'm ever going to be like that. I've never really grown up. It probably is my ADHD that keeps me like that, I think. So I have the matured, like I can fake it when I have to, but that's exactly what I'm doing, is kind of like being on my best behavior when I really never felt like I grew up. Like I'm a teenager. I really never felt, I feel real out of place. Like, I believe me, I've been with some, in a room with some very sophisticated, incredibly like educated people, and I'm the only one that didn't have like a Princeton or Harvard degree, and man, can you tell the difference right away. It's like I try to talk and they're like, oh, okay, and then they just like ignore me. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then once in a while, you get like one of those guys that like they like you just because you're not like the other people. But yeah, I don't know. You know, sometimes I'm just when I'm in some of those the rooms of people, I really do realize how dumb I am. Like as far as the human world goes. Yeah, it probably is an ADD thing. I think it is. I think it's you know it's a disability. It's a learning disability. So maybe that's what it is. You're not really learning. It doesn't mean you can't learn, but you're maybe you're only learning. You're picking and choosing what. That's why I think that people with ADD and ADHD end up being better at some things than other people because they'll hyper focus on it. They'll be really good. Helka would have been with me, but I needed not to have her today. She's been with me every second of the day. Lee showed up, the owner of the ranch, and I was like, Lee, can you take her and feed her some real dog food? So she locked her in the room while I drove away. So yeah, ADD. I mean, look, no one has ADD is nothing for some people, and it's a tremendous burden for others. It depends on the level, Basically, everyone has ADD. I mean, it's like you start at like you say you have it, but it doesn't really affect you. Like it's so little that you're just not going to notice it. And then, as you scale it up, that's when they start to become a problem at this end. Mine's pretty severe. I've had it. I think people have it worse than me, but mine's really bad. It's like it's never been good, and it's always a struggle. That's why I'm like talking. I'm like, yeah, so like you're talking about like the Giants game, be like, yeah, so just like completely leave the subject right as I'm about to tell you exactly what I wanted to say, and then just go to the next one. I see it in my videos all the time. I'm just like, this guy's understand. That's why I don't feel like I'm doing a video for more than like 100 people. That's all it is. I think I'm thinking in terms of like 10 people, 20 people, not that maybe a few thousand people, would see it, because if I think like that, it's hard where like I won't do as well. I just want to talk to those people because I feel that because I'm self-conscious, so I don't feel uncomfortable. Genius, I am not. That's for sure. I'd be the first one to tell you. If I was a genius, I'd be like, I'm a genius. I would just completely openly admit it. I swear, I'm not kidding. I'd be like, you guys, I have to admit it. Can't help it. I'm a genius. But I'm definitely, and I'm not being humble, I am not even close to even smart. Hey, Kristen. Have I met, oh yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't shake his hand or anything, but oh my God, I've stood right with them so many times, thousands of times. There's 800 videos. Go back and just pick some. You'll see very quickly. Plus, I have 10,000 pictures of them, all from live video. That's one of the other things people don't realize how many videos I have. Just go back. You can also see the progression in me as well. I mean, if you really start, because I have some people, believe me, I have a guy who's watched, he goes, Mark, I've watched every single one of your videos 2 times. That's 1,600 videos of me talking. Poor guy. Like, I was like, is there any way I could start a GoFundMe, for if you want to go to the psychiatrist appointments, like if there's anything we can do to help you. He's like, no, Mark, you understand. I know this subject better than you now. And I was like, I believe you because I learned from myself. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. Other times I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. Other times I'm like, I have to listen to what I'm going to say because I don't remember. Something happens to me in there. And I know it hasn't happened yet. Like, I think I'm zapped. That's like, I don't even believe myself when I say it, but it's true. It's not happening right now, and then I'll be all of a sudden when I'm into a little bit, you'll start feeling weird. You've been hearing Brandon say it in his videos lately too. It's hard to, you know what it is? It's one of those things where because you can't see it really, you can kind of tell if you know someone's personality, but when you go experience it yourself over and over, then you start to get it. Grassman in Ohio. ADHD is attention deficit disorder with hyperactivity. It doesn't mean you're like hyper, your brain's hyper. So, exactly, Tom. Couldn't have said it better myself. Hopefully it was something good. What if Tom just said something really bad, which he might have? Can you get someone want to do a Google Translate on that? Because Tom's fat and he's got Chinese writing that could be really bad. And I just agreed with it. Which one? I read your thing, Jana. I'm trying to remember. Do you remember the vid where you were walking and turned around so fast to film what was behind you? I think I remember more than one of those times. So it's hard to, I don't know, because it's hard to remember. Because it's hard to remember everything that's happened to me, like whether that was on the video, like it made the camera. In other words, I do remember a lot of it, but a lot of the things that have happened to me, I can't remember like now exactly whether, like I remember it happening perfectly, but I don't remember whether I had actually captured it on the camera or I put it in a video. Like I said, sometimes I do, but I can't remember all that because it's all I do. Like I'm always looking forward. I put like I always give you guys like an extra picture just for people like the new gal that was in here like just right now. Like I want to always throw like the cave or the petroglyph or a couple old stills of little people because remember there's always new people. So I also want to thank you guys too, like Jana and Gail and Cindy and all those people that have been there for 4 years. Having to repeat seeing certain pictures. I don't repeat video hardly ever, but I'm going to do a couple compilations this winter that are really the hardest videos I do. The hardest thing is to actually go find video that you've already done and then locate something good enough in one of those videos to put in something else. Thanks, Jerry. Jerry, how you doing down there with the fire? You guys have smoke today or no? I think Tammy said something to me, but I can't remember. Jana, when I don't hear from you for a while, I always wonder, I was like, does she watch my videos now, or does she just go into her little, her little thing? You guys, with all the admins on here, you figure someone would check the Chinese writing. As much as Tom does not bother me, you might want to just check what that says, because it can be bad. Hey, you guys know what? I'm going to drive you guys up, because... here, let's go like this. So I'm definitely willing to humor the girls' trip. We have to do some more looking into it, costs, things like that. Maybe who wants to be the main person. I mean, I don't see. The thing is that we got to limit. Like, so I think the one rule I'm going to have would be I might allow. I don't want the girls to be upset, but I may only make one exception for a guy, which would be if for some reason Cindy wanted to bring Cece, because Cece has his own Bigfoot channel, so there'd be 2 of us there, something like that. But to have like even Jana bring like her other spouse, like, I mean, Jana can do whatever she wants, but I think it'd be better not to have a bunch of dudes that don't know the subject there. It's gonna damper it in. I need just the girls. This wasn't my idea, but as soon as I heard it, I liked it. And and maybe like I'll pick someone else, like maybe if Callie came up to help, or or maybe Brandon wanted to be there. I think maybe I'd get Brandon there. Brandon's kind of like the voice of reason for me. Something like that, where we can there's someone else to speak to besides just me. But I think that would be it, and then we'd have like this awesome weekend. We'd have to do some planning. So you guys, let's see how far I can drive you up this road before I lose you. If it starts to render for more than 10 to 20 seconds, then I'm just going to end it, okay? Thank you, Randy. I'll tell you, I don't know if I put this in the video the other day, but I was saying, like, I don't feel like, I feel like I could have got more done in the cities, and then the fires. You guys, I was stuck in the trailer for 3 days. I couldn't even, I mean, it was horrible. And now it's not too bad. The fire's directly behind me. I'm actually driving way away from it. So we should be okay. I just feel like I could have done more. I could have accomplished more. I don't know. It's not over yet. Who knows? You guys know that the times when I've done this, like, so I've done a live video and then I went in, usually it's a good thing. Like, I don't know if it's energy. They tell me everything energy. Like, I don't know if it's because of you guys. Like it's like a, it's like a crowd at a concert. Like, there's like, even the singers say, like, you can just feel the energy from people, you know, and I think there's something to that we can't, I think we know it, but we can't really detect it too well. So whenever, let's see what happens today. I can't promise you it's going to be the best video, but I have a feeling something's going to happen, you know, like we'll get something. I'm not talking about great, I'm going to where there's the supreme structures, so that's a given, but I need something on the video today. I want something on it, just for you guys. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I couldn't cover my mouth either because I'm driving and I'm holding the phone. So here's where I am, guys. I don't know if it's looks. Whoa! Look how bumpy that road is. You know, I was always curious about this. Now that I have it live, you see how this? It's almost like landscaped. Can you see the bottom ring right there? I don't know how well you can see it on the live video. You guys, I'm looking and I want to get the new Galaxy. This phone's paid, you know, so I can pretty much get it for free. They'll give me $1,000 for this phone if I trade it in. So I could get the new Galaxy Note 20, which will be out like the end of this month for like $300. But $300 like over, you know, 2 years. So it's a win-win really. If I stay with AT&T. Because for the first time, I have a phone that's lasted this long, and I actually love this phone. I don't even need to upgrade it, but I want to do it for this kind of stuff. Because when I'm live on the new phone, I could zoom right into that hole up there on the new phone. I mean, from what I haven't used it, but from what I've seen, it's that good. So I would just get it for you guys because otherwise I don't really need it. Sorry, I'm missing some of the chat because. Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, I know you still have the 8, right? Terry, I just gave you this one, if I upgrade it, but that's the only way I can get the new one is by trading this one in. Apparently, we'll see what happens. That's right now. That's for a pre-order, so I don't know if they'll keep that deal once it's actually on the shelves or not. It'll probably depend on their sales, but they've been dropping so many new Samsung phones that I think they're going to have to offer deals because that's a $1,500 phone. If you get the Ultra Note is $1,500. Like it's like you could buy a nice laptop for that. Hey Tammy. So Jerry, hold on. So did Jerry give me an update? Or Tammy, can you? Jerry, if you did, sorry I didn't see it. I'm just curious. Tammy, how's the smoke down there? Because I don't watch the news or nothing. I evacuate when I see flames. I'd never listen to what a human being tells me to do. Because why? Because they're too stupid. They're all idiots. The people telling you what to do don't even know what they're talking about. Why would you listen to someone who doesn't know what they're talking about? It doesn't make any sense to me. So Terry, this might be the deal for you because I think you'll get $1,000 for that phone too. It's only for that. It's only for the trade-in on that. As long as the phone is equal to 3 and above, I think you get $1,000. Oh, but you have to be with AT&T. That's the one catch. It's an AT&T deal only. But it's a better. I don't want to get into whether iPhones are better or Samsung, but the new Samsung is by far the best. It's just believe me. If it wasn't, I'd be buying the iPhone. It's got nothing to do with. I'll buy whatever's the best for you guys. And you just can't. As good as the new iPhone camera is, it's still not going to be as good as the Note 20 that's coming out. The Note 20 Ultra is just insane. The screen, so I'm very confident that Samsung did a really good job with that phone. You know, the iPhone people is as many as there is right here. Okay, Jerry, I got it. It's still closed. Okay, yeah, I was just on I-70 right near there, Jerry. I come on a 70 right before that, right before Dot Zero, which is the last exit before Glenwood. This is one of the hardest parts about what I do. It's just getting to where I got to go. It's like a, you know, it'd be like if you did like a 4-hour commute, you know, just because it's not even that far. It's just because of the dirt roads and how bumpy they are. This is 15. I got to go 15 miles. No, from here, 12 miles from here to where I'm going, and then come back 12 miles just to get back here. So if I'm only, here's one of these off-gridders. Look. So this guy, they're looking. See how there's nobody there? Like they stole the spot. So he's gonna leave that there until next weekend, so nobody can come in during the week and use that spot. Kind of lame. Oh, you gotta see the little house people are up here. I call them the little house people. Let's see if we can get to them before I lose my reception. So it's this couple, right? And they move every 6 days. I've been filming. I didn't put it in the videos, but I've been filming them every 6 days, because that's the limit. I got to give them credit though. At least they're doing it. Like they're actually abiding by the law. So he'll stay here. He's up here for 6 days. I want you guys to see this thing. It's kind of cool. It's literally like a house, but it's a trailer. And she stays home. She's always there, and he goes out to work, because like these are things I'm guessing, but based on I've seen them so many times. Not just here, but I've seen them 45 minutes away on other dirt roads, all within the last 2 months, and they're right there, which is fine. I mean, they're a couple trying to save money or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Like if I have like some new girlfriend, he's probably younger, they're gonna get married. Like I don't want my girl to have to do that. I want her to have a nice place. I know it's going in and out. I'm gonna sign off as soon as I get to the little people house. I haven't seen her yet. Now they have a tent set up too, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's like some minor stalking. Like I haven't seen their faces. I'm not gonna never know who they are, but in a sense, I'm just kind of curious. Like it's kind of like being in New York City and people watching as you're eating a slice of pizza. Out here, it's the same thing. There's nobody, so when you finally find someone out here, you're going to be interested in what they're doing. Look at this thing. I don't want to embarrass them. You can tell she has a nice car. They probably dropped like $70K on that thing, and they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay to park it anywhere. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to leave my girl like out there with no. Maybe she's the one that wants to do it. I don't know. It is cute. I mean, it is a cool little setup. I'll admit it. I guess I do sound like I'm giving them a little bit of a hard time, but probably because I pay for my rent. But I couldn't do that here because I need power. It's one thing I can't get away with is not having. I could do a weekend, but I can't. My trailer's permanently placed because it gets so cold, and it's just too big. I realized I made a mistake. It's just too big to drag around. So I got another mile of reception, you guys. Look at that. Does that come out in the live video at all? I can't. Let me see if I can go sideways. Yeah. 2020 in a $1 billion company, you can't turn your phone sideways in a live video unless you start it that way. I love Mondays. There's nobody up here. That's great. Like I don't consider her the girlfriend in the trailer anybody up here because she's not going to leave that trailer. But the one thing they do have here is cell reception. So she's probably got you can do a mobile hotspot. So believe it or not, I could have way better internet here than I do at the ranch because I could actually use my cell phone as a hotspot, which is actually pretty fast. But I'd have no power. Which you can do for a day or two with gasoline in a generator. But I do have a generator, but you don't want to do that. Especially gasoline motors running out here during a dry area like now. You just asking for a fire. Thanks, Alex. Have a great day, you guys. I'm gonna sign off. Jerry and Tammy are the two that I know that are just 2.5 hours from me. Right as we speak, just down below. They have a tremendous fire that's been burning. I don't. He gave me an update a few minutes ago on what's happening down there, or you gave me an update up here. I didn't see the one for down there. So up here, the highway's still closed. It's crazy. I mean, it's the only way to go to California from like anywhere in the country. You'd have to know about it and completely bypass Colorado. Would be the best bet, or like to, you know, like maybe there's some outskirt roads, but once you're up here, there's really no other way. You could go a couple of ways, like way back roads, but that's about it. And I'll bet you there's enough people already doing that. It's so bumpy, you guys. It's so bumpy. You can't tell. I love my truck. It's been so good to me. I love you guys. Let me tell you something. It's hard for me to say I love you, okay? It's just never been something I say easily. And to say it to you guys is so easy. It's so easy. So just so you know, that's not something I say, you know, like, love you all, good night. It's like, when I say it, I really do mean it. You guys have a great day. Let me see if I can get up to the one more. There's one last incredible view up here, and then I got to drive. Then once I hit the forest up there, it's special. It's the only word for it. Special. Whenever I say special, I cannot help to think, this is ADD, about special needs. That's why I always say, like, Brandon, like the whole time he was here, he's like, Mark, I don't think you understand. Now keep in mind, I brought him there. He's like, I don't think you know how special it is. I'm like, Brandon. But of course I call him special needs. Secret. Well, I can't show you the second. One of the secret worlds is out there. In fact, I'm gonna stop here, you guys. I'm gonna do a few special zooms to the secret world. Wait till I tell you about over there and how I know about it. Then that'll really test your faith in me, if you believe that. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. Thanks for the super chats. That was unexpected. I think I said not to do it, and then they came in. So thank you, guys. You guys know me better than I know myself. You can see, if you look really carefully, you can see the 14ers out there. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Carolyn, Lizzie, everybody. We have such a great little family. It really is a family, you know. I call it like a team, you know, but it's both. It's I think most of us genuinely, you know, even though most of us haven't never really actually met, I really think there's genuine feelings there, you know, for each other, you know. So it's a cool thing, and anyone's willing to be. I mean, that's the thing. We're not closed down. Like, oh, who's the new person? We want you. Like, new is refreshing, and you know, we want to add people in, and they don't come in all the time, and you know, so when you're new, everyone knows, boom, you know, you're going to be loved right away. So don't feel like you're coming into some cult-like group. These are people with open arms that will make you feel comfortable. Thank you, Breeze. I appreciate that, man. There's Mr. Hey, Dave. I told I was talking about you. I said you're going to help me with my gray hair problem. Answer: I believe that is true. I really do. The big question is, how much of the transformation will regular people be aware of? Because you know they're gonna do everything they can to keep people in the dark. The only way to keep people being sheep is to keep them in the dark, and it really pisses me off. You know why? Here, let me tell you with my face. Because, oops, sorry about that. Because what was I saying now? I forgot. South Africa. Wow. That's awesome. But you're black. You're black. What is the movie? Oh, that's when everything was going to hell in Africa. Lethal Weapon. He's Danny Glover goes in. He's like trying to go to South Africa. I think it was. He's like, but you're black. He's like, yeah. I thought Danny Glover was a pretty good guy. I know we're going back. People don't understand my 25-year-old movie references, apparently. I haven't seen that movie in so long. It's amazing what media can do to you. You know, like, remember when they kind of attacked Mel Gibson, whatever he said, Jew or whatever he said, and it was like, it kind of, without knowing any facts or anything, I was immediately brought down a few levels on Mel Gibson, like just by the media, so they can control what you think, even if they're controlling what you think. It's an amazing thing, and I've never quite looked at Mel the same. Maybe it's a completely misunderstood situation. I think we've all said something stupid like that. I've used the word Jew, not now, but like over my life, where I said it, out of context, like to my friend or something, not like in a race, like a racist type way. But here's the thing: the Jews, they don't really care. They're not a repressed people. The only thing people make fun of Jews about is because they're the ones with the money, and they like to hold on to it, right? That's their reputation, which I don't think is true, but it is in some situations. I have my godfather's Jewish. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Jews don't, because Jews are Jews are believe that they're the chosen ones, basically. And if you look around, they're certainly not unchosen. The most of them are doctors, lawyers, and are successful. So maybe there's something to that. Who knows? My godfather's a Jew. I give him a hard time all the time. He thinks it's the funniest thing. He could care less. He doesn't. It's just funny. You know what I mean? No one cares. The only people that care is it's like when other races call white people names like honky or cracker or what else do they call us? We could care less. We were never, we don't have we never had a national repression like where we were slaves, but actually white people were slaves. You ever see those pictures from Scotland? Like what we used to do with white people? It's just what people know, I'm not a Jew. Isn't that funny? If we just say I'm not a Jew, it almost sounds bad just saying the word Jew. But yeah, my godfather's Jewish, love him very much. He's, in fact, I love him so much. It's funny, but you can see a little bit of Jew in him. I tell him all the time. He's like, "What do you mean?" He's a doctor. He gets all serious, and I'm like, "Yeah, you can tell you're Jewish." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Have you looked in the mirror at your nose?" I'm just kidding. Like I say shit like that. He thinks it's funny. He's very proud. He's a very successful. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, like a lot. He's a really successful doctor, so you can give him a hard time. That's all. I don't get it. I don't understand life. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to the news. Tom's a black guy. Tom, you saw that when I sent you the picture this morning our little group chat where I sent the two black dudes, the Trump supporters. Those are real black dudes to me. Okay, those are guys, they're educated, they're smart, they don't buy into any of this bullshit. They're totally cool guys, man. Like that's where I go hang out with those guys. If I have a group of white dudes or I can go hang out with the black Trump supporters, I'm going to hang out with the black Trump supporters right away because that's more fun. It's going to be more fun with the black Trump supporters than it's going to be with the white dudes over there whining and complaining. So I'm going to go over with those guys. I promise you that's where I'll be. What else we got? So not everyone thinks that there's racism. It's not all black people out there saying, oh, white people are horrible. We can't help it. Okay? No one shows our color. Like, I was just born, we are all just born here. It's not like, if I could, we could change our color, I bet you some people would. It's just that we have no control over we only have control over who we are, not what color we are. Why is it like cast a judgment? Anyway, it's a conversation for the winter. Look at this. It's them turning us against each other. I'm telling you, nobody cares anymore. No one's racist. There's one person. It's always one person. It's not like it's not everybody. That's what I'm saying. I feel stupid even bringing it up or talking about it because it's so cliche now. To bring up even religion or race. It's just so simple, man. To get, especially because of me, because what these guys sink into my brain. It's factual stuff, man. Like, hopefully I'm gonna go get some sinking done today, and then over the winter I'm gonna have all this stuff. I'm gonna start blurting stuff out. This winter's crazy stuff, like hard to believe things. I don't care anymore. I got a low battery. Which tire? Oh, the fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Check it out, guys. I don't think you're going to be able to see it on live video. Let me get out. I have 9%. Okay, I got time. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but that's all smoke down there. The fire is out that way. It's coming. Basically, that mountain's keeping some of it restricted, and it's going down. And down in there is all smoke. I'm trying to zoom, but I can't really. You can just see it, you know. But when you get close by like where I live, it's unbelievable. You can't breathe. You can breathe, but it's really difficult. Today was the best day out of the last few days. But I have a feeling that it was it's because of which way the wind's blowing. Hold on, I gotta plug this in. I can't believe there's 86 people here, you guys. Thank you so much. This is not, you don't really come on to my live videos to learn too much. It's more of a it's more of like a support system for me, so I don't go insane. Because I was like, I'm not going in there unless like I wanted. Once I talk to you guys, now I'm charged. Now I can go in there. Now I have my drive. Now I remember that you're definitely not there. You're not my imagination, and I'm gonna go get you somehow a good video. Big Slim Jims, you guys. And that's all it is. This winter, I'm gonna have some serious videos. You know, and then right in the middle of that seriousness, I might just break out and talk about Slim Jims. I mean, I don't know. We're talking about how stupid this world is. It's not an opinion. That's the thing about Mark Abel. There's not that many opinions going on here. Like, it's pretty factual stuff. Like, I'm not like, well, you should think this, you should think that. It's all just common sense facts. Like, the fact, look, I'm going to mention just as an analogy, but the fact that any person in the world would think that it matters what color your skin is should just be executed immediately. We should just kill that person immediately, okay? I'm not even kidding. Just get rid of them. We got to start making the world better, a better place. Someone that, you know, that people that cast judgment on others for any reason at all. I don't even care about color. Like anything. I'm trying to get this thing, I'm bouncing on my charger. Like anything should be, you should be just thankful that we're here. Dipshit. Some guy just drove by. California plates. He looked at me like he had never driven on a dirt road in his life. Probably just started a forest fire. Oops. Let me tell you something. I catch someone starting a forest fire up here. Like if there's like Black Lives Matters, people starting fires. Oh, am I going to go to prison? That's going to be a good video for you. I'm going to prison. Thank you for whoever just sent me money in Messenger. That's what I'm saying, Jerry. So after me doing this with these guys and spent all this time around them, that's what I realized is that how dumb we are. All of us. Me. Like, especially me. Like, oh my God, I'm just so blinded by, like, you're so blinded by, like, what's thrown at you your whole life. You know, like, what job do you get? What do I do? That's all we're thinking about when you're growing up. Like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me just smoke pot for 2 more years, then I'll figure it out. You know, it's like, we don't know. It's I think there could be more important things to do on this earth than worry about other people. Let me tell you something. If someone's lighting, I mean, it's hypothetical. Am I going to see the guy now? But if I did, would I kill him? No. Am I going to make him think he's about to die? Yes. Oh, yes. He's going to have my barrel of the gun down his throat for a long, long time as I have a conversation with my knee that's on his neck. And I'll probably let him live, but it's not going to be after I torture him for about 10 minutes. Then I'll just drive away. I wouldn't take him to the police. Actually, if he's lighting fires up here, he's going right to the cops. I watch too many prison shows to get the cops involved. I deal with myself. I'll handle it myself. I can't be a snitch. It was a pretty good show. Like I watched recently. I watched 60 Days In. That was pretty. I didn't watch all of them, but I watched some of the episodes. That's pretty cool. They plant people in the jails. I watched, and I'm gonna go, you guys. I watched. I've been watching Better Call Saul, which is an older show on Netflix, but it's pretty good. Like I think it's a pretty good show. Better Call Saul. I watched that because my buddy Jesus is in it. My buddy Jesus Payon. Some of you guys know who Jesus is. He's one of the henchmen. He plays one of the actors. I think he's only in like 1 or 2 scenes, but nevertheless, he's a good buddy of mine, and he's an actor in that show. I texted him last night because I'll put a picture in the next video for you. There's a random scene where they're in the mall, and the Cinnabon guy goes down to throw the garbage out, and he locks himself in the garbage room. And as he turns, he goes back towards the door. There's all this graffiti on the wall, and I paused it, and right there it says Bigfoot. It has a Bigfoot, like a foot drawn. It has some kind of other weird writing, and then it says Bigfut. And I sent it to him. He's like, man, I never noticed that. Like he knows that whole show back and forth because he worked on it. There's a tornado right in front of me. You missed it. And yeah, so it was kind of cool. So now I have a new way to spell Bigfoot. I love it. Bigfut. I never thought of that in 5 years. To put. Sorry, Slim Jim issues. What the hell did I eat that thing for just now? Breaking Bad. Yeah, that's right. So Jesus was also in Breaking Bad, yeah. Jesus Payon. Who's also a tremendously huge into what I do. And he's been doing it longer than me. I mean, he doesn't do it as much or anything, but he was very aware of this before Colorado Bigfoot came around. In fact, he's one of the guys that helped me through when I was losing my mind after basically meeting them, seeing them the first time. I never thought that was possible, and it took me about a month. It took me about 6 weeks to get over it. Even though I went back there the next day, I still wasn't over it. And Jesus kind of helped me through that. Both Jesuses. I have 2. Don't confuse the real Jesus with the fake Jesus. Even though they're both real. Foot. Bigfoot. Gail knows because I sent her the picture. Bigfoot. You guys, I'll just sit here all the rest of the day and do a live video, but no, I got to go into the woods. I can do this in the winter. And my battery's going. Like this charger doesn't keep up with the live video. Stream. I'm out of coffee. I did have a sausage. I took the sausage off, but I did have an egg and cheese from the gas station. Disgusting. The healthiest thing I have with me is this. Come and Go. That is not a good name. I still haven't got used to that name yet. You know, you guys stay on if you want. You can. I'm gonna hang up here in a second, but I want to get my camera out. Where's that camera? Oh, I got my drone with me too. I forgot I brought my drone. Ooh. Should I do some drone action? Can I get my drone? My drone won't reach that far. Oh, you guys, if I could get the drone over there. Oh, this is hitting me right now. It won't make any sense to you, but I was showing you that way that way. So what is that? 1, 2, 3. God, if I could fly the drone from here to there. Because you guys, it's open. It says it does 4 miles, but it doesn't. It's about 4 miles straight across as the crow flies. So if I get it all ready, get it sent. Oh, I can't do it. My phone's gonna die. I could do it on the way back, maybe. Here's the other thing: the smoke, you guys. Like there's smoke even right around me. It's just that you can't tell. So the further you look into the distance, the more of a white film there becomes. What are you gonna do? Make dinner? I definitely need one of those, Carmen. Oh, my phone's getting too hot up there. It's one of my favorite things, like an egg sandwich. Growing up in Jersey, you know, like if you're a worker out there, like every day, like I had my own business, and I had guys working for you. Honestly, the best part of the day was just going to the deli in the morning and getting a coffee and like a freshly made sandwich. Not that I did every day, but oh man, it made you not want to go to work. You just get in your car, like Howard Stern was on back in those days, and it was so entertaining. You didn't want to get out of your car. You're sitting there having your coffee. I miss the good old days. So what I'm gonna do is I was gonna zoom over there, but I think I may be able to, but it's I don't know if you can see the smoke. If you look way in the distance, see how everything's kind of filmy looking in the distance? Because it's actually smoke everywhere, even right around me. It's just that you can't really see it here until you're looking out, because it's thinned out. But this whole mountain range is infested by smoke. So let's go see if it has an effect on them up there. I would guess no. I don't know. I mean, it has an effect on them where the fire is, but it's not what you think. Like, let's talk Bigfoot here real quick, guys, before I hang up. Bigfoot doesn't come running out of the forest. Okay, the fires there. People are just so we think too simply. Okay, they just go right down. They're down. The fire goes right by. They come right back up. Fire doesn't even get hot. Like heat rises. Like if you're underground, it's barely even heat. Like if you put your hand on the ceiling, on the floor, like where the fire is, it's going to be hot for an inch or two. That's it. It's underground is the way it's always been. And then the fire goes by, and then they just come right back up. I said this in my video the other day. They replenish the forest. They never leave. Do you think because that's destroyed that they have to leave now? Well, that's not how these guys work. They will stay there. I've filmed it. It's all on video. I've done every aspect of Bigfoot you could ever possibly imagine. I don't think that's what people understand, is that everything you can imagine has been filmed. Like, and I show you them there, like in perfect HD, like the burnt forest. Just go to the burnt forest. You can see what happens, what they do to a forest after it's been burnt. They don't leave. It's their spot. There's like designated spots everywhere. I don't think anyone really likes fire, but then again, Jerry, you have to remember, we don't know. Maybe they started the fire. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe it's not beyond the possibility. It's not beyond the realm of possibilities. I personally think it's some scumbag that threw a Marlboro out of his window, or it's probably from a campfire. It says it's under investigation still. In my heart, I don't even need to know, because I know for a fact that it was human error in some way or another. Yeah, so they're going to replenish the fire. They're going to regrow it. Remember, time isn't always of the essence with them, as far as our time goes. That's why I've questioned time with them. Like, what's the difference? Is it the same? Like, how does it work? They seem more concerned with, they don't seem as concerned with time as us, from what that's just, again, that's not really a fact. It's just kind of an observation. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's right. That's right, cat lady. Yeah, cat lady, I got another cat for you. No, I can't give her. Oh, you know what I do want to find? There's only 97 people, I'll say it here. I mean, there's a lot. That's a lot of people in a live video, but I mean, as far as what I'm about to say, I'm considering, but it would have to be the ultimate situation. I'm not, like, I wouldn't just do it for anybody, but like, I'm considering finding Helka, like a real place. She's the farm dog. She doesn't know any better. That's the farm. But this dog is 10 now. She hears okay, but I think her hearing is a little bit, like, not perfect. She's the most loyal dog you'll ever encounter. As long as you can live with her not being from your side. I mean, you could be with it from her side, but I mean, as long as she has access, she is going to heel and walk next to you for the rest of your life. If I was in a more open situation, not a trailer with a cat that doesn't like her, I probably would just keep her. For now, she's lived with me, But She's eaten Bigfoot poop. She's been to Bigfoot Worlds. She's a special dog. Lee says she's like, whatever you did to that dog when she came back with you from that day, she's never been the same. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, it's a good thing. I've never seen this dog. I was like, maybe they fixed her because Michael thinks that she was zapped for sure, and I know she was zapped the second time. Like, or whatever the terminology is, like they had their inside her head doing, making her dig seats next to me and stuff. You see her dig the perch next to me? So, I don't know. I give up. I'm so thankful, you guys, because think about it. Even the guys called me 2 months ago. He's like, Mark, 100 G's. He's like, I'm going to up it to 101, he told me. He told me my new salary would be 101. And I was like, he's like, I really need you. Because he knows I can't be replaced there. Not really, because of what we do is it's more of a company thing. Like I know it so well. He doesn't want to show anybody else. And can you imagine I did that? Like, I folded up, put my tail between my legs, folded everything up, and just went back to New Jersey for my $101,000 a year job. And right now I'd be there and I'd be miserable. They'd have masks on, bumper to bumper traffic, everyone and their mother trying to go to the Jersey Shore. Like, literally everyone and their mother's friend. Traffic, chaos. I mean, Jersey was already an absolute disaster area before any of this happened, as far as just pure assholeism goes. You'll never meet more assholes than you will meet in your entire life than live in the state of New Jersey. Okay. There's also great people there too. I'm not even trying to be nice. There literally is some of the smartest, most amazing people ever in New Jersey, but also the latter, just complete idiots. I mean, I know you all think you have that too, but not like New Jersey. Okay. I think even some of those idiots that I'm saying might have been the nicest people that you've ever met in your life 20 years ago. They commuted a 2-hour drive from New Jersey to the city every single day, each way. He's got 5 kids and a wife, and he's literally ready to commit murder because of all the assholes that are surrounding him every day. So these people get hardened. So a guy that you might just call, like, hey, that guy's an asshole. Like, he probably is now. But like 20 years ago, he's probably like the nicest guy in the world. You guys have a great day. I'm gonna do some zooming. I'm gonna go to Bigfoot Universe, and I'm just gonna go from there. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not coming back until probably right before dark. You guys have a great day. Jerry, help me. I may say something about Helka. I mean, I have to really know that she's going to. I prefer it to be a female, to be honest. Like, just some loving, like, caring woman that's just gonna love that dog. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of picturing, for her, like, to have the ultimate retirement for her. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I will stay safe. Cindy, Carolyn, Alaska. Oh my God! Don't even get me going on Alaska. I love Alaska. Guys, I would do it. Hey, let's do it. Oh, it's another idea. We'll do our own TV show. We don't need, you guys. We don't need money. I'll get the financing somehow for that. Why don't we get 3 or 4 people? A girl, like an outdoorsy girl that would do it on her own, would be even more amazing. We spend the winter, like next winter in Alaska. Like, there's places where they have to seal you off and there's no getting back unless the seaplane can come in or whatever. I would do that for the winter, but I need supplies. Like, I'm not doing it to try to live off the land. I'm going to bring VHS tapes, I'm bringing Slim Jims, and I'm bringing some kind of something. I would do it. Love to live in Alaska. I mean, I know the summer's there. There's nothing quite like a summer in Alaska. But I think it'd be fun to be locked in all winter. You do Alaska stuff? Oh, Iron Dugger. That's all right. I don't think people really care what you're doing as long as you're, in the background they can see Alaska. I think there's people like that with me. Like, I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm sure there's a few people like, oh, I like Mark, but I don't really need to hear it or see it. I just love to see he's got the camera in the right places. I think there's probably people like that. Because I'm like that. Like, because if I'm watching like Netflix and they just happen to be in the forest, I don't care what the show is. I'm not even listening. I'm looking at where they are. That camera's in the right spot. And a lot of people they like to see it like where you're not filming it. Like when they think you're not aware that there's things there. That's when people are taking a second look. Yeah, Naked and Afraid. They had Bigfoot experiences on Naked and Afraid. Where in Alaska though? I mean, that saying just Alaska is like saying, I mean, you could be anywhere in Alaska. Because it's a huge difference there too, right? Like, so if you go to the coast, it's a little bit warmer. I'd love to be. I've never been. It's so interesting there. I think that's why the TV shows there do well. Like, like Deadliest Catch and everything it's like whatever. No one cares about the fish after a while. It was all about just seeing it, living through those guys, watching them freeze to death with ocean splatter all over them and falling off the boat. And that's why people are watching Alaska videos. That's why they're successful, like watching the off the grid people, which is all so rigged, like it's so set up, and they're flying these guys in trail bars and sticker bars and isn't Alaska so wealthy that they give the residents like $1,000 a year or something like that? I know they used to because of the pipelines. Like, Alaska had so much money that they would actually pay you to live there. They give you like a G a year or something like that. I think they still do that. Like, they basically encourage people to move to Alaska. But Alaska also has a high suicide rate as well, though. They used to. I don't, because of it's the sun. People like lose their minds because the sun decides not to go down and up like every day. But like, I mean, I think anyone with half a brain isn't going to commit suicide no matter what the situation. It sucks. You deal with it. And they're building these places in Alaska. Have you seen them? Like, they're like inside communities. Like, you never really leave. Like, so it's the malls in there. You live there. Like, you could move to these places and just live inside, like, these giant facilities that have everything, and you never even have to drive. So, all right, we're all going to Alaska too. Put it on the list. Man, we really need to find like someone that would help us pay for some of that, and know that no matter what, we're gonna get research done and do things like no one's ever done before. Why? Because you don't have to be that smart to do the right research. You just have to know the secrets. That's the answer. Brain power has never been the answer. In anything to do with the unseen world, your brain power is meaningless. It's just simple knowings. That's how you get far in this. I do not know why the rules are like that on the other side, but it's all about what you know. That's how you get far. They're not going to just jump out on someone that's never even heard about it. But when you're there talking to them for 2 years into the bushes, it's a completely different thing. If you're walking by their structures, complimenting them, and you camp there later, it's a completely different thing. They're going to come right over to you. If it's some lady that's some psycho lady that thinks she's the God's gift to the earth walking her dog, they're not going to do anything because they know the police will show up. You guys got to think everything through, because it's just we don't process enough information properly, including myself more than anybody really. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for my stuff. I'm waiting for my my gray hair stuff. Maybe I'll go live. I'll go live for the gray hair dying or something. I don't know. Yeah, Alaska. The impression I get in Alaska with these guys is it's not much of the others. I think that it really does seem to be like actual Bigfoots. Like, how I'm like, a lot of my work isn't just Bigfoot. But man, in Alaska, that's exactly what it seems like to me. Like, there is the others there because where I saw them? Oh my God, you guys! I don't even look, and I saw them so blatantly. It was Alaskan bush people. I know that show set up, but when they made that little place for them in that cul-de-sac there in like that cove on the lake. If you guys have seen that, one of them goes off. They go off hunting or something. One of them goes off. Yeah, they're fakers, but they were legitimately in like real Alaska, right? So that one little kid, he's like a little, they call him Bear, whatever his name is, that little freak that climbs the trees. I mean that nicely too. I didn't mean like freak, but he's a little nutty. He goes out hunting, and then his daughter's out. Anyway, they're out there, and they're all there, like watching every move. First of all, I thought he knew something because that kid had an X. Did you see that one of the kids made a perfect X, like in camp? It was kind of strange to me. And then I see him. I'm like, because I don't even look, guys, unless it's obvious anymore. And I'm like, holy shit! I got to rewind that. I pause it. I'm like, they are right there. I got them so perfectly. They were literally in between. They were like talking from a distance, and they were in this bush situation, right in between them. So it's all happening there too. It's the weather doesn't affect them like you would think it does. They're not always in here. They have another environment. That's why they can. How do they live in Alaska at 20 below? It's like they're not deer. These are sophisticated things with technology that are more advanced than us. So it's very simple for them to go in and out and live anywhere they want because they have this other place they go. We'll talk about that this winter. I'm fine-tuning some of that right now. I'm trying to film a little bit of it because I know where they are, but it's hard. So if I can't by this winter, I'll just start telling you. I don't care. Tie it back. My daughter did it once. She's like, Dad, can I do it? Because it depends on who you talk to. Some girls are like, oh, Mark, I love that. Like someone said the silver look or whatever. But other girls are like, they don't like it. It depends on. I'm not doing it for girls though. That's the thing. It's just, no one even sees me. It's just for my own self-esteem. Like I don't even die. It's just gonna be like I wear a hat most of the time. There's actually more hair. If my hair got wet right now, you'd see. It's the gray hairs when it's dry. I didn't shower today yet, so that's where I'm going right now. Iron Dogger, Silver Fox 8 Bell. I'm going. It's really the only reason this guy Roger sent me so much stuff, and I haven't put all his gifts out yet. But I left some really amazing arrowheads. It's on a video like a week or two ago, at my my only gifting place that I really gift, and I'm dying to see if they're still there. I'm guessing the arrowheads will be gone. It's a hit or miss thing. Like no matter what, they come up and it'll be moved. They play with it, or they'll put it back. Sometimes it actually does fall off the rock somehow or whatever. But it's like things sometimes no matter what, they always inspect. So that they'll pick it up, they look at it, but they don't always take it. I think it depends on what it is, to be honest. And I can't, for my life, figure out, aside from pictures of them with a structure involved, which is the only thing they took immediately. It's the only thing I've ever noticed they took literally minutes after I left it. I left a 6x6 sticker, and it was a round sticker with an X and a Bigfoot in front of that. They took it right away. Nutter Butters. There you go. And here's the thing, it's something that, again, no one can ever argue about, because it's like saying, Tammy here, I should like whatever food she likes, which is, of course, is going to be different. It's just like them. I don't know why everyone insists on them all being the same. Okay, it's everyone thinks this, even if it's unconsciously. You're thinking of them like deer. Every single one of them is their own person. They're literally people, okay? So they're going to be different everywhere. Some might be alcoholics, some might like Snickers, some might never take anything, some might give you the world, some will tell you to F off. I mean, it's just like people. It really, really is. It's not the same, but it's very comparable to us in a sense. And that's a fact. And I don't think it's hard for you guys to believe that. I think maybe some of you already do. And it's like I said earlier in the stream, I think that goes for any life beings, like common life beings, which is what we are. We're just common nobodies. And so we're really and I don't mean that bad, I'm just as a joke, but like same with other planets, right? So just like all the peoples, like the masses. I really truly believe that no matter where you go, you're going to find fault in those beings. It's part of being a being. You're never perfect. It's just nobody's perfect. How annoying would that be? There'd be no reason to stream. There'd be no reason to talk to you guys right now. If we were all perfect, no one would ever have to speak again. That's what makes us speak, is our imperfections. If we were perfect, life wouldn't be that exciting. Iron, that's awesome, man. You should film a video. I mean, we really encourage people. That's why, you know, if you're on Facebook, get into Energy Overload. I mean, I have 1,000 people without even, not all, most of them aren't even online, but that you know, that literally do what I did, like go out and do this because of, like, well, I don't care what the reason, but if they tell me it's because of me, then it makes me happy. But yeah, you can just start a channel. I mean, because no one's really doing it in Alaska. Like, I know people are out there all the time, like, looking for them and stuff, but they don't understand the way you're supposed to do it. And you can, you know, immediately be successful with a channel out there because, you know, people, that's where people want to see it. They want to see the vast wilderness, a place where you can film a video for the rest of your life. You know, New Jersey is exciting. I mean, shit, Diesel gets the most amazing stuff in New Jersey. But you're also limited to what, you know, how long can you keep an audience interested? Because, you know, it's a more fine-tuned situations where here I can pick a new type of situation almost every single day. So I'm very lucky that way. And Alaska, the sky's the limit there. Same thing, you have all kinds of different environments, all kinds of rocks. Then you can go real high and find some forest. You can go to the river. You can go, I mean, Alaska is insanity. The problem in Alaska is you can't even get to most of it. You know, like if you can only get to like where your car takes you, you're limited. I mean, it's like me, you know, you can get to a million places, but still the place you really want to go, like especially after this for a while, is always where you can't get. Like me wanting to go over there. I gotta go all the way over there. I'm trying to put my finger on it. Where is it? Right over there. It's further than you think. That's about 7 miles to that ridge. I may try to take I'm seeing that whole valley filled with smoke right now, so I may take a look at it on the way back. You guys have a great day. This is the 3rd time I'm saying goodbye. Oh, you got it all. Yeah, ATVs is a great way, actually. But then, of course, you got to have someone with you, because if you really go out there and it just, you know, something happens, you want to have a ride back. So 2 people, which is tough in this, because how do you get someone to always be with you? And then if you start just really getting into this like I have, you know, you have to be alone some of the time. Like I always do my legwork alone. Like in most of my better videos are alone, because I get all the shit I'm ADD. So I never have more fun than when someone's with me. So it's way more fun to have someone here. But that's more like I told Brandon literally 100 times while I was here, I'm like, I'm on vacation. You know, that's I did serious bigfooting, but my vacation was, you know, not connecting, like trying to stay detached and just chilling with him and trying to put him in the best spots. Same with Nico, and then when Rick was here, I had all those guys all here within 1 week, and then I had 3 of them here over the weekend. And I just kept saying, like, I'm on vacation. That's what this is. Hey, Mark, thank you so much. That was a surprise. Thank you. So Iron, yeah, we would love to see you. You should join our Facebook group, man. We need someone from Alaska. I had a buddy of mine that was getting great stuff in Alaska, and then he moved to like Wisconsin or something. I was like, what did you do that for money or whatever? He got a better job or something. But man, some of the footprints and some of that stuff, if you know where to go, you know, man, you know what's a good place to do, Iron? If you go to like I don't know if you're near the water at all, but if you ever took a trip down like to one of the, like where the bush people would bring their boat in and stuff, like you go to like a little harbor like that, you're like, hey man, I'll give you $200, you know, take me to that cove, drop me off, and pick me up in 6 hours. You know what I mean? And then you get put into spots like that from the water where people can't access normally. That's what I would do. I'd get dropped off like in the Alaskan Bush People Cove and go out that way. I bet you see amazing things out there, and they'll do stuff to you out there. They're going to give you interactions out there. I think you just have to know. You know, once they know, you know, then you get all the attention. Why do you think I get stuff on video and other people don't? Because, like, I'm not talking about just structures, but everything you could ever imagine. Them talking, their voices, audios, barks, whistles, on and on and on. It's all because of what I know. That's it. I really don't think, you know, I tell you like I'm famous on their side, but it doesn't mean like they love me, or it just means I'm infamous. Like I'm not really well known because I'm always sticking my nose into their business. But it's more about, you know, what I know than whether they like me or not. I'm trying to figure out if those are cows or those. Is there 2 giant black bears? It's kind of a weird place to have black bear. Let me hold on a second, guys, before I hang up. Bye, Cindy. Have a great day. You guys can go if you want. I'm just trying to see something. I think they are cows. Man, I got no card in this. Give me one sec. There's no way those are two giant black bears. Cows. See one more thing here. That's so far away. I am going to try to make that flight with my drone, though. I need food, too. I have no food, you guys. So after this, I got to somehow go shopping to get food. I've got to get... I have a busy day. I got to get... I have no cat food, no now they're bears. I mean, no, they're cows. I knew they were cows, but man, does it look like two giant black... like grizzly bears out in the middle out there. You want drone? People don't watch my drone videos. That's why, you guys, I give you 1 million drone videos. I don't put them up because as soon as I say drone, then no one watches it. You would think you'd want to see, forget about Bigfoot. You think you just want to see the sights. Well, Iron, that's no surprise where you live. Up here, it's hard to see them. There's probably more bears, and there's so many bears in Alaska for some reason. Probably the trout. Probably what some of the best trout. I'm guessing at this, but I think some of the best trout fishing in the world is in Alaska. It's known to be pretty good here, but I don't think anything compares to out there. I don't know where Brandon is. Brandon might be out actually. He might be yeah, best fishing. Yeah, I mean people pay like, even Canada has got great fishing. I mean, it's I shouldn't say even Canada, like Canada's like has nothing, but we like to make fun of the Canadians. It's so funny how well we get along with Canadians because it doesn't make any sense. They're the same thing. Like you go to another country and you cannot tell the difference between those people and you. It's kind of weird. And you go to another country, you're used to there being some difference there. That's the fun about going to that country. Like, you go to the Bahamas, man, you're like, yeah, man, like, where you're going. And there's going to be different people there. You go to Canada, it's a bunch of Americans there. They pretend like they're not Americans. It's funny. Sorry, Canadians. Canada. Come on, Canada's not a country. I mean, I know it is, but it should just be all the same. I mean, what's the difference? We have to protect you guys anyway, so it doesn't make any sense. Like Canada completely relies on the U.S. for everything, so why not just make it? I mean, I get why you don't want to be a part of America now, but like if everything was normal and you could believe the news and we could all trust our government, which would be an amazing thing. That's why I'm so pissed off about all this shit, is because I would be so happy if we could trust the news, if we could like literally 100% have faith in our system and our government and to do the right thing, and to if we knew that for sure. I mean, what a great feeling to turn on the TV and be able to believe everything they tell you. That's one of the reasons I'm pissed, because that system would be flawlessly amazing if we all just trusted each other. Like, who cares if you like this person and they like that person? Like, I mean, it's getting to the point where there's got to be something wrong with you, though. Like, if you want Joe Biden to be the president, I've done all the math in my head. It's not an opinion. It's there. You have to be insane. Like, you'd have to literally be something wrong with you if you wanted Joe Biden to be the president of the United States. Like, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't even care if you don't like Trump. It's just, like, he's already there. So there's a big difference there. I think Trump is doing a lot more than people realize, and he's done a really good job. He may not be your perfect, like going to church, married with, perfect children president, but the other ones just fake it. That's all people want. They just want someone that's going to fake it well. They don't even want someone real. They want someone that stands up there and just seems like he does a good job. And then as soon as he gets, the mic goes off, he's like, these fucking idiot, stupid people, blah, 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 blah. I mean, so Trump just is himself. He doesn't put on an act. I don't know why, as an American, you wouldn't stand behind him instead of committing treason and, not necessarily liking him as a person, but remember, he doesn't take a salary, okay? He was already world famous, okay? He was world famous. He doesn't need any money. He's got all the money in the world. He could convert his whole life to anything he wants. He's there to help. There's no other reason. He doesn't even he deferred his salary. I mean, so people can bash Trump all you want, call the girl a whore, bitch, or a slut. Who cares? Who didn't? I've done it. We've all been there and done it. We hate to admit it, but I've called a girl a bitch more times than you could ever imagine. Not anymore, but like growing up, like not like more times, but like in my head, like we were all guilty of that. It's just people just gotta chill, man. Trump is doing a good job. They just don't tell you all the things he's doing. You're only reading about like these negative things about him, like he doesn't want to disclose his finances. Who cares? Why are you looking? No one wants to disclose their finances like that. He's billions of dollars, man. Don't mess with the guy. He's not even taking a salary, and you want to see his finances? It's one thing if he was getting a paycheck or something, but I don't know, man. I just think everyone should leave him alone. Yeah, I mean, it should be treason to stand in the road with a sign defying your president. That should be an act. In fact, in a lot of countries, you'd be executed right there on the spot. I'm not saying that's the way it should be. I'm just saying it gives you an idea of how seriously some people take that. Because, yeah, I mean, whatever. Let's just hope he gets elected. Because I'm telling you something, if Biden, if any of that crew, it's all of you guys understand, it's not Biden becoming president. It's Obama, it's the Clintons, it's Bush, it's every single one of them all together. And Biden won't do a goddamn thing. He is a little sheep. He's a little puppet sheep. That's all he is. And it don't matter who the president. Even Trump is struggling, I think, with who's really in charge. Why do you think he hasn't changed anything? I mean, he could just walk down the street with the Marines behind him. Why not do that? Because you can't. Because you're not really the boss. You're not really in charge. Why not just kick some out like that? If I was president, that's exactly what I would do. Shoot me, do whatever you got to do, but I'm walking right down the street with the Army, the Air Force, and the Marines, and I'm cleaning up the entire country, and everyone's going to be happy, and I will kill anyone in my way because I know it's for the greater good, and as soon as I'm done, every single person on this earth will not be starving, and they will be happy. It will be a little more boring because there's nothing going on, but yes, you'll be happy. You can go sit by a lake again and smile and throw a bobber and just sit there bored. Get some beers, start smoking cigarettes again, whatever you want to do. I'm killing everyone. I'm teasing, by the way. Just kidding. You guys have a great day. Eileen's here. I gotta go. Because if I leave my phone there, it's in the sun. Look. It's gonna get too hot. And my battery's dead, and I want to have to film a video. I don't mean, you guys forgive me, I don't mean to go political or race or anything like that, but it's kind of tough not to address it just for a second with all that's going on. That's all. I usually don't talk about that stuff. But when I know black people, when I know gay people, when I know my president's doing a good job, and to hear the opposite from the world on all three of those subjects, it really starts to piss me off after a while. When I know the black people I know could care less about anything that's going on with that. They never thought there was racism. No one alive today is owned a slave. I mean, white people were slaves, and black people sold black people. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. People don't know the details. Like, we were all effed, basically. White people, you gotta remember, it's not white people. It's like the 1% of the white people. The rest of us white people are just as miserable as everyone else. So stop saying white people when it's just that small percentage. It's the rich people. It's the billionaires that just happen to be mostly white. I think they even consider like a rich Hispanic guy a white guy, more or class. He fits right in with the rich white people now. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's all about the people in charge, not us common peasant white people. What do I have to? I had no choice in being white. Here I am. Like I'm not. I'm proud and I'm not proud. I'm like whatever. I'd be happy just to be here and be alive. You know what I mean? So, and I'm just telling you guys. It's not like anyone's going to hear this or beyond the 82 people that are watching this. I'm just telling you guys. I'm not trying to run for. But I really think I could be a good president just for the cleaning up. I really believe I could put the world back into its place. If I didn't have the, I would just become a puppet. But if it was like the way it was supposed to be, like you're really the boss now, you're the president, I could clean the world up very quickly and then just hand it back over to, because I don't know politics. I don't want to know it. But I do want to kick some ass. I do. I think most guys do. I think it's in all of us. Once we've sitting down and taken enough, we're sick of it. And just don't, like I said, don't bring this shit out here. You might not want to bring that shit to Iron in Alaska either, because we're in places like this for a reason. And if you finally somehow bring that ludicrous shit to my front door, my gun is going, unless you kill me, my gun is going down your throat as I talk to you. That's how it's going to happen. And I'll film it all too. I can even do that tastefully. It shouldn't be coming out here. That's what I'm saying. Like we all live out here for a reason. And these are the people out here that you don't want to piss off. I'm telling you right now. Because they all have weapons. They all have more ammo than the military. And they've been waiting their whole lives for something like this to happen. Okay? You guys have seen them in the pawn shops. You've seen them on TV. These guys have been stockpiling weapons. There's probably groups of people out here with houses just waiting for this shit to happen with beers. Like these guys will start drinking beers. These guys have sniper teams, like you know what I'm talking about, the military, like redneck groups. Like these guys are organized. Like be careful, because like these guys could fight, like a low grade military team. Like they have like night optics, thermal scopes, all that stuff. Like so they're just waiting for these guys to start marching up the street here. And I don't think just here. I think it's anywhere in rural America that you may want to be careful about bringing that stuff up, because you can't win. There's nowhere for you to go. Like as soon as you hurt one person here, that's when it's going to happen. You could probably peacefully do anything you want, but as soon as you hurt someone, that's when it's all going to, everyone's guns are going to come out. It's so stupid. I don't get it. So I feel bad for you guys in the big cities. I do. Well, the other day I walked in, I'm leaving, but the other day I walked into AT&T for a second, and she goes, "Would you mind sitting down?" There's no one in the whole building, the whole giant store. They only allow one person in the whole AT&T store, the whole thing. And you're commanded immediately to sit down, not asked, commanded. Little fat 18-year-old chick is commanding me, not being nice. And I said, well, I said, hey, I can save you some time. I just have a question. I wanted to see if you had the new notes in yet, which are not in yet. She's like, oh, well, I don't know. I'd have to check the back. Well, first of all, you've run an AT&T store. You should know whether you have the best phone that's ever been available to man in stock yet. And it's still on pre-order, she should have known that. And she wouldn't answer my question until I sat down. They have a perfect little seat for you. And if you don't sit down, they won't talk to you. It's all about control. It's all being fed through them, and they don't know any better. And when you're 18 and told what to do, you think you're cool. And I said, no, you know what? I don't think I am going to sit down. She's like, well, I can answer your question, but as soon as you sit down. And she said it very rudely to me. You guys know me. I'm pretty cool. Like, I'm willing to deal. But did she make me? I saw it right away. I said, excuse me. I said, I don't think I am going to sit down. I said, she's like, then you need to leave. I was like, if you had been there, you wouldn't have believed it. So I just left. Yeah. So you guys, if Biden is president, your lives are over. You will be controlled like a little baby sheep for the rest of your life. You won't even be able to go to a bar. You won't be able to go anywhere. They're going to completely take God away. I think religion is so important. Not even whether it's right or wrong. It's just an important family value system to have in place. So don't mock other people's religions. I think if you take it seriously, religious people, even a religion you might disagree on, will be a much better person. They're gonna be more willing, much more reasonable, um, type of a person. Religion's very important for this earth, and it's one of the reasons they hide what I do. Because if you knew the truths about what I did, it would crash religion all over the world. There's only one truth. But until we know that truth wholeheartedly, we need all those religions to keep everyone happy, to go to church. It's very important. It creates a much needed structured environment, religion, for some people. And I think we need that to keep that in place. um, I know, but I'm just saying it's going to cause a lot. They want to get rid of churches. They want to get rid of, you got to remember, guys, the New World Order and the Illuminati is all them. I just told you, I could lose my whole channel just by saying this right now, because it's probably hearing my voice in the algorithms get sent to review, and because whatever keywords you're sent, they review everything. It doesn't matter. Anything you speak, anything you text, a computer is listening to everything you type, everything. It gets sent to an algorithm locker, and if enough sent, it'll put a review button up, and then FBI, whoever they are, national security, will review that. They'll tell you, they admit it, but they tell you it's for like national security, like, oh, we're making sure that there's no threats on the president. No, they're listening to everything like this. Anytime someone talks about Illuminati's or New World Order, it pops up, and they're going to check on you. Regular people just will never understand. Why? Because that's exactly the reason. They're just regular. They're not us. They don't get it. And does it mean that they're stupid or they're not smart? No, it just means that they're regular. You're a common folk. That's what I call them. You can take it as an insult, don't really care. Maybe it is an insult. But those what those people are. They're just the common folk. I say it to us as a joke, but you'd be surprised how uncommon you already aren't now. Or whatever, you know what I meant. You're not common. Just knowing this simple little truth puts you on a path that you can't even begin to understand the ending of. When you get to the end, you won't even be a human, basically. You'll understand everything about us, everything about God, who God really is, who we really are, and what the truths of us really is. They know all of that whole world. Remember, it's not just them out in the bushes. They're connected to up there. They're connected. The unseen world is huge. It's not just the forest. It's just that's where I can get the evidence for you. These dudes know guys that don't need structures, that don't ever go in the woods. There's many aspects of the unseen world. This is just the one that we get to see. You guys have a great day. Over and out. And I will wish me luck. And hopefully we'll have a good video today. Maybe some drone gale if I get time.